In this video, we are going to discuss how to go about running your Squeezemail admin area. Now, when you first log in, you will notice that you actually have the admin notes, which you can keep admin notes here by typing in here and saving the admin notes. Now, these notes are actually useful to keep you up to date with things that you may have done. Maybe you sent out a certain mailing or something that you want to keep track of. Now, when you first actually install Squeezemail, the first thing that you want to do is go to your admin settings and make sure that you edit your admin settings. Now, these settings here are actually the settings that are on the install script when you first install. You want to make sure that you do not ever change your website URL. The other options are, you can go and change. The list names are the names that are shown up for the admin, such as you will see on the side here, the managed newsletter, managed customers, and managed opt-ins. These names can be changed to whatever you want. And the reason why this is here is, let's assume that you sell blue widgets. In one of your lists, you want to make sure that it's going to show up as manage blue widgets, so you will know yourself exactly what list that is for. Same thing with list number 2. If you sell red widgets, you might want to name it red widgets. Now, once you edit it all, you got to do is update your settings. And as you notice, it says manage newsletter 1, customer 1, and options 1. Now, once you have your settings all set the way that you want, the next step is to actually generate the code for your opt-ins. Now, you have 3 options here because you do have the option of using 3 different lists. Your first list, which as we named is newsletter 1, your first list does not have any type of confirmation email. In other words, what happens is when you generate the pages and you use the opt-in form, a visitor goes by, they subscribe, they'll get an email, and that'll be it. There will be no confirmation. On the other 2, you do have confirmation emails. And in this case, when they subscribe, they'll get an email stating that they need to verify their email address before they are actually put into the system. So you can basically choose whichever one you want to use, or you can use all 3. You can only use the confirmations or just use a no confirmation. It's completely your choice which ones you want to use, or either use all 3 of them. But when setting up your code for your pages, this will actually auto-generate your pages, and you can pre-select a theme if you want to here. And what you will do is you'll go down and you'll fill out the form. And basically these should be self-explanatory on what these are. Basically, your email subject, your from name, and your from email. This is what shows up on the email that the user receives from your system. Now, you can change the text on the pages, which I'm going to leave this temporarily the way it is. But you can click on in here and you can change the text to anything you want. You can go ahead and add a header image and add a product image, which will show up on your template. And if you view the preview here, you can see this here is our header image. This here is our product image. Now, the text that you see up at the top, this is the heading text that's first entered. The text below that is the subtext. And the text that you see next to the product here is actually the body text that you see here. Now, the header image and the product image will show up on all pages, including if you have a confirmation. page, then it'll show up on there as well. Now on your thank you pages, you want to make sure that you also add your title, your description, and your meta tags, and this is just for SEO purposes. On your thank you page, again, you also have the option to set a heading text, a subheading text, and a body text, which will show up just as it does on the preview above. Now, once you fill these out, you will click on Generate Code. And what it will do is it will actually create your subscribe page, your thanks page, and the actual email that is going to be sent. Now you have the option here. You do not have to use these subscribe pages or the thank you pages. If you have a WordPress, for instance, what you would do is you would take this code here and you would select it, you would copy it, you would go and log into your WordPress and into your theme and add this code in wherever you're able to add it in. It depends upon what theme you have. You might be able to add it to a widget, to a sidebar, or even directly inside the post of your WordPress. Once you add this, then it will actually use this form to actually go through your entire Squeezemail system, but you'll be using your WordPress for the subscription instead of a subscribe page. So very simple process. Again, now if you want to go back and you want to generate other lists because you want to use those, then you can just click on these buttons and generate the ones for the email confirmation, which is set up the same exact way as the no confirmation one. Once you have your list all set up and you have users in your database and they are subscribing, then you can actually send out a mass mail. Now, as you can see here, we have no subscribers yet, but your subscribers will show up here, and you can actually delete subscribers if you choose to delete them in case of, bounced emails or whatever. But once you actually have subscribers, and you would go to the mailing system. On the mailing system, you're able to select what newsletter you want to send to or send to all of them. You would actually add in your title and actually add in your email. Now, there is a sample newsletter here that you can actually view that will help you create your actual email here if you choose to do so. Once you create your email, you add in whatever header you want in here and whatever footer you want in here. Usually you would add in, according to CAN-SPAM, you would add in your address and so forth in the footer. There is already an automatic unsubscribe link that will show on all emails, so you do not have to add any unsubscribe links. But once you have done this and you have selected whatever list you want to send this to, then you would go ahead and create mass mail. And the mass mail will send automatically because when you did your installation, you actually set it up on a cron job. So every 5 minutes it will actually run until it sends all emails within the system. And pretty much this is basically how your mass mail system works. If there are any questions at all, then you can go ahead and contact Script Support and let us know if you have any questions or any problems or errors.